Three, two, three, two, one. Welcome back
to the Leader Podcast.
So glad to have you.
For Christmas. My little Bluebell ice cream cup.
Burn my tongue.
So hot.
Go back 2 episodes if you want to understand the joke.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to play a little thing called Leader Shoutout Roulette.
Did we actually play that? Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah. So, but question, how do we...
I feel like my back's turned to you in order for me to...
Well, do you
talking
want your
to
back
this mic
turned to me or your back turned to them?
That's true.
Yeah.
All right.
So
okay.
Question though is how did people get their names in?
If you signed up for a debrief time, your name is on this list.
Yeah.
And not a completed debrief, if you signed up for a time, you're in it.
Yeah.
And if you're a person who didn't sign up for a debrief time, debriefs are probably past, but you still need to do one.
Yeah, we need to know if you're coming back.
Yeah, we gotta. And also, we care about you.
Do you love
but
the
also,
Lord? Do you love students? Do you love us? There's things we need to know. There's questions we have. So we're gonna do a giveaway. Okay. Breakfast in the Bay.
Breakfast in the Bay.
To this group or team of people serving.
Yep.
And here's all the names on the screen.
Yeah, I hope it's a small group.
Breakfast in the Bay goes to in the Leader Shoutout Roulette. The winner is John Ebert.
All right, John Ebert, another big group.
Congratulations,
so
John.
Excited when the big groups win extra food. I didn't budget for this.
They have more leaders. They have more bites at the apple.
And so great. Good job, John. John also filled out a very honest, I loved this, a very honest leader debrief where he said, so a couple of Johns and that crew's guys.
Whoa, a couple of Johns.
Couple of John Ebert's
John
students.
S.
Yes.
I was like, how many?
Oh my gosh.
Is he telling you a story about multiple people that share his name?
No. Okay, so John Ebert, we digress. John Ebert and his leaders, they all, have a big group of freshman, sophomore guys. Mm-hmm. And several of them are in my grow group. Mm. And, much like students do, like they are trying to meet at a time when it's most convenient for them. So right now they're doing grow group.
I do that.
During the 9:45, which takes them out of his connect group. Mm. And so, John was saying a bunch of wonderful things. He's like, if I had to pick on a thing, the only thing I would say is that I really miss those guys being in our group because of the way they carry on the conversation and all that.
The people typically in a grow group are those that,
they're helping.
They're invested in their faith, and so therefore they've
got some heft.
They're going to add to the conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to know something? Oh, go ahead.
I loved, just to finish that up, I loved that John noticed that there was a difference in the caliber of the conversations they were having because those boys were missing.
I was going to say, my shout out to John is he unpromptedly reached out and was like, can I sign up for summer camp yet?
Really? Oh, yeah, that's right.
You were there?
Forgot. Yeah, I was there. I forgot. That was great.
So shout out. And if you haven't, you should sign up for summer camp.
You should.
Link right here on the screen. QR code and the description, all things. All right, let's talk about they've gone from outside. They've made their way inside.
Somebody played basketball with them.
Yep. And now they're sitting in our auditorium. On Sunday morning, this will be just for a few minutes.
Yep.
On Wednesday nights, they're in there most of the night.
Correct.
So let's talk about...
So a few episodes ago, I was like, when we get to this episode, I'm going to talk about a pet peeve.
Oh, here we go.
Here's my pet peeve.
Is this something I've been doing? Is this how you're...
Sometimes I do it.
Up to me?
It's a pet... You know me much better than that. Okay, so I also do this. It's very easy to do.
Yeah.
I hate it when it feels like we have a team of bouncers sitting in the back of the room. So when adults come in, and I do it too, because I'll come in after programming started, and then I don't want to make a big scene by going to find a seat, whatever. I want you to go find a seat. I don't want you to stand in the back. Yes, go sit with
One week there
students.
was like a row of chairs in front of the tech booth, and that was like a magnet for some of you
guys. We got rid of those.
You're like, ooh, my butt can go here.
We got rid of those.
Yeah.
We don't want you in the back. We want you with kids. And that is regardless of your role. So if you're safety, if you're check-in, if you're a connect group leader, if you're whoever you are, if you're an adult who's in the large group room, we want you, and you're stationary in there, like you're not walking through to do a thing.
Yeah.
We want you to sit down with kids. Yeah, like use the adult restrooms, which we never remember to unlock. We want you to sit with students.
We don't unlock anything. It is such a wonder that anyone is even here. Like,
I will say, there was a moment where one of our leaders was like, I need the key. I need the key right now. I need the key. So sorry about that on a Sunday. So welcoming in the large room often is just sitting at a table and asking kids about their week. Well, how did it go this week? What'd you do this weekend? We try to do some of that from up front. But
they can't interact with us from up front.
Correct. It gets traction at the table.
Yeah. And you should know that we will allow murmury conversations while we're talking if it's being helped facilitated and it's constructive and productive. If it's rude and interruptive or it's at the wrong time, but like. You probably hate it when I sit at a table because I am actually very distracting because I am keeping the conversation at the table.
This was my way
alive.
of bringing it up to you.
Yeah,
no, I'm teasing you.
No, I'm keeping the conversation at the table alive. So that may mean I'm talking over the teacher for a minute.
But
I'm talking about what they're talking.
The thing.
It's not like, did you check your fantasy team yet? Like sometimes that's before.
I only do that to me.
I take a note of that to bring it up at the next leader lunch.
Yeah. So all that to say, the large group room also requires some welcoming, and maybe more than most because it's a place where kids are stationary but not really interacting with anybody. And so if you can grab a seat either with your kids or with any kids, we want you to do that Wednesdays and Sundays.
Well, and last week we talked about being on the lookout for, places to find yourself in the lobby, basketball. Another spot you can find yourself pre-service is in the room because one of the loneliest places to be as a new kid, in the room, knowing that that's where they're going to have to end up. But at this church, no one else is in there.
Yeah.
So you got a new kid who's sitting at a table all by themselves, assuming they're doing something wrong because that's not how our culture is.
Yeah, and it's awkward to insert yourself into a basketball game or whatever. So of course, if you're new, you're going to take the path of least
safest
resistance.
Place.
Yeah.
So go, keep an eye out for those people too as you're on your way back from the bathroom. Be like, maybe I'll sit here.
Yeah, or if
you washed your hands.
Also, if you get to those doors like right in the middle of the stampede of kids coming through from all the other areas, hold the doors open.
Hold them, high five them.
Hold the doors. So glad you're here. Engage with students as they're coming into the large room and once they land. The other piece of that is, especially on Sunday mornings, you can start the conversation that you're going to be having in your small group at the table as the video's running.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah, love it.
Storytime?
Storytime.
All right. So last week, you and I were at the staff retreat in Broken Bow, Oklahoma. Actually, it's in another town, Oklahoma.
Hochatown.
Yeah.
Hochatown, but everybody says Broken Bow because it's the big town close by.
Misrepresentation. It was nowhere near Oklahoma City I wanted it to be.
It was not.
Because you were like,
no sporty
you're
things.
Like, hey, we should do something, or Darren and I got put in charge because of the youth pastors of evening activities, and so the first thing I did was Google how close it is to the arena
to go see what's the name of that team? The Lightning,
Thunder.
Lightning. Oh,
first in the West, MVP favorite on the team. Don't at me, Mavs fans. Luke is ineligible. Anyway, we weren't close enough. So, came up with another game idea.
Yeah, we did.
And it was called Hide and Go Get the Church Credit Card.
Yes.
And so the winner got, not the church credit card, but
got stuff we bought with the church credit card. A gift card that we bought with the church credit card.
And so the game concept was we're all in one small room to start, and then one by one, people would leave and hide an unmarked envelope anywhere in the house, and then their name was on the inside of the envelope on a piece of paper. So we would know when we open it whose it is. And then we sent them out one by one after all 18 of the staff had hidden it one by one to find it. And the first person comes back empty-handed. And the second person comes back empty-handed.
Rinse and repeat.
Darren and I look at each other. And
this game's not going to work right.
This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
How could they hide it so good in 1 minute?
So we adjusted the premise. So then the hiding or the seeking of the envelopes took the whole weekend now, as opposed to just in that allotted time.
Yeah.
And Adam Harvell, if you didn't know, he's an archaeologist.
And boy, did he treat that game like an archaeologist.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And then
he was on a hunt.
It was 20 minutes before we were getting ready to leave. And he's like, do you want to see where I hid mine?
Yeah, so wait a minute. We got to also explain. We pivoted on the game. We're like, whoever finds the most envelopes
they'll
wins.
Get a gift card, yeah.
And the last envelope still hidden was also gonna win.
That was the original iteration of the game. We would get all but the last one, and then that person
who
won.
found the most envelopes? Adam Harvell. And listen, they were not easy to find.
No.
Like that guy was digging through trash.
Well,
and
he forewent moments of community. To
he
search
did.
For
He was like, I don't care about you people. I just want to win.
Kinsey got to go on a shopping spree as a result of that. So.
But then his envelope was also the last envelope hidden.
Yeah. Well, one of two.
One of two.
But
we don't mention
Matt's
the other guy.
Was great, but Adam's, he hid it in a light fixture behind, like pulled the light out, hid the envelope in it, and put the light back. And I was like, only someone who works on the facilities would know that wouldn't light the house on fire.
Agreed, 100%. I hid mine in the lint trap of the dryer, and as soon as we decided to pivot, I was like, I got to go get that out of there. It's going to burn the place down. Adam.
You might have won. Otherwise.
I think I would have won.
Yeah.
I really do. You could not see that thing at all. I was pretty proud of that.
Mine, okay, so there was like a picture hung in a room,
yeah,
and I wanted to hide it behind the picture. But like there's like a screw that was holding the picture resting on. So I wanted to pierce my envelope and have it on the screw and then have the thing on top of it.
Yeah.
I pierced it, but instead of it just creating a hole in the middle, it ripped through. So then I was afraid because we only had a minute to hide. So I was afraid I was running out of time. So then I just rested it on the wall and put the frame over top of it, clear as day. I don't know whose room that was.
I don't know, but we should play this game at a upcoming leader lunch.
We're actually
that would be super fun.
You don't know this. We're playing it tonight.
Are we really?
As long as the things from Amazon get here in time. I have to check.
I think we should play this with our leaders.
Yeah,
let's figure out a time. It was super fun.
Follow Adam.
Super fun. Yeah. Listen, if you need to find anything, you missing your remote, you miss it, you call Adam up. He can find it for sure.
Crash land this thing?
Oh yeah. Hey.
Bye everyone.
Love you guys.